Peace, y'all. Check it. I was having a discussion with a friend, and I think that I realized that a lot of people, when they hear that somebody's paying child support or has, been taken to court for child support or is in that particular system, they really believe that there was an attempt by, let's say, the woman to collect money, to get money, and that the person was unwilling to do so, and that is the main reason why people end up in child support court. Like, hey, we have a child, I need help. Man says, no, I'm not going to help. Woman goes to child support. That is what the mind just kind of automatically goes to. And it's just a natural sort of thing that I notice that people do. So let me help clarify how men usually end up in child support. And there's lots and lots of scenarios, but they all kind of boil down to a few things. And the first scenario that I mentioned is something that does happen. There are times when a man is just refused to pay, refused to help, refused to do anything, and it's just like the only way that I can get help is from going to court. Excuse me. So, but that's not the majority. So let me tell you what often happens. It starts with some type of dispute, some type of disagreement that is a part of the reason why they weren't compatible or didn't stay together anyways, right? Typically, child support is, or all the time, child support is a result of people who don't get along, who don't agree on how to live, to sort of be in a relationship. So it starts early. Once you break up, okay, here we go. The mother wants to do something. Maybe she's asking for money at the time for something specific. Either the man doesn't have it, disagrees, doesn't even agree with whatever that thing is, and says, I'm not giving you money for something that I disagree with. Immediately, that is a no-no in a woman who's raising a child, who's like, I think I'm doing, I want to do something with this child. And I don't want to ask if you agree or disagree. I want to ask you for money. I want to ask you to support the decision. And that's it. Don't question me about it or whatever. That's just how it goes. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not making it up. Once you leave the house or split up, you don't get to say much about what's happening in that house with that child. Yet and still, you are expected to pay for those decisions and those ideas, and also just whatever lifestyle, right? So it's typically something like that, like, hey, okay, another one is new girlfriend, whether you giving your child's mom money or helping or getting visitation and doing your part. When you start getting into a new relationship, it's going to require you to spend money. A little bit, a lot of it, whatever it is, it's going to require you to spend that money. And that typically doesn't bode well or go over well with your ex and your child's mom. It just doesn't. She just sees that if you have extra money to be going on to dates and trips and jewelry, flowers, so on and so forth, then you could be giving me more money. So I'm gonna go to court because I'm only getting, $400 a month, and I see that you got more. I can see. Look at, maybe you get a new car, maybe you get a new job. Those are also reasons to go, you know what? We had this agreement. I was giving you a certain amount. I was helping out with these things. Excuse me, but as soon as you see me, as soon as you see the dad or the other parent going to spend some money on somebody else, it's a no-no. So it's the that sort of jealous, sort of, vindictive thing that does kick in, and that does get a lot of men sent to child support. Like the new girlfriend, the new situation, and just seeing you spend money in general. Like if you show up with a new car, pop up with a new, something new that looks like you spent some money. So I'm not saying to avoid any of these things, but if you want to avoid child support, understand that these are the things that set a woman off. And then just like I said, just disagreeing, just saying I don't like what you're doing and I'm not supporting it financially. So it's not that you weren't helping, it's not that men weren't willing to help, it's just when you take the full control over, and out of any of it out of the man's, he's less likely to want to take his money to pay for something. A lot of men just say, when they're with me, I'll just do whatever I do. I have a house, I'm paying rent in my house, and if their child is there for 2-3 days out of the 7, that's got to count for something. So, I'll give you X amount, but I'm not, no. All that, what I just said, all right, X that, that shit's gonna get you a child support court right away.